What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is SnakeMCGaming, and I am back with another Minecraft resource pack reviews. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of a different texture pack. As you can see, it's called Default 3D, created by a man called No Too Good. I'm assuming it's a man. It could be a woman. I don't know the sex or the gender. It doesn't really matter. But this is a texture pack that is the website said about 80% complete. So it's not 100% done. I believe there are no mobs finished. I will double check them. We'll take a look at some of them maybe. But this is probably going to be a relatively short resource pack review, especially compared to my other ones, just because every texture is the default texture, but it has a 3D element to them, if that makes any sense. Which is essentially it. You guys have seen a few of the 3D-ish stuff on my channel, where they have things that sort of just pop out at you, if that makes any sense. So we have that. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and get on with here. It is fully updated to 1.8.1, so it is compatible. I will say I have a pretty good PC, and when I was running it without recording, I had a little bit of frame rate issue, so you might see some frame rate drops since I am recording doing this. But bear with me, because I don't know what it is. It's something about this texture pack that is rather intensive for some reason. I haven't checked my memory levels, but I should. We're gonna go ahead and skip past all this because nothing on the menu screen has changed. As I said, it's a default texture pack, where the blocks, most of the blocks, I should say, have been altered to pop out at you and be a little more 3D, and you'll see what I mean. If you take a look at the grass, you will take a fly out here, actually. You see that it's got random sticks on the ground and random pebbles and rocks and stuff. It's all rather pretty cool. And see, there's that frame rate drop that I was talking about earlier. Anyway, so let's get on. It looks like connected textures definitely works, but like I said, this is also default with some stuff added. So as you can see, like just from this distance, you can kind of see, and even with the stone slabs here, you can actually kind of see a huge difference in the stone slabs, how they're popping out, and you can kind of see it with the wood and stuff like that. We'll definitely take a look at a lot of the 3D elements and pop them out. So the video might be a bit longer. It looks like those aren't finished. It's good to know from the beginning. Alright, so here we go with the stone. The stone is rather normal. The dirt's normal. The grass, I just so happen to have a grass block that isn't changed. Alright. But if you take a look, here's the cobblestone and the mossy cobblestone. If you look at it from the side, you see how those things pop out. That's really, really, really neat to me, how they sort of pop out and add a 3D element. It's kind of hard to see from the front, even though you can slightly tell that there's a difference. But if you start looking at it from the side, it looks really cool. The stone brick is also changed, as well as the mossy stone brick and the cracked stone brick. It would have been kind of interesting to see the 3D element happen within the cracks of this as well. Like maybe that's something the texture pack maker could look into. It looks like most of the 1.8 blocks haven't been affected yet, except for we have our dark prismarine has been altered. Our obsidian, I can't tell. Okay, no, the obsidian is not 3D. Look, it covers up the 3D rather well, too. You notice that slight lag in the breaking and the placing also is a factor, but the bricks also look really nice and neat with this. Like, this kind of 3D element was made for bricks and stuff. Okay, here we have the cobblestone stairs have been altered. Half slabs, the cobblestone half slabs, and the stone brick half slabs have also been altered. It looks like the stone brick stairs have not been changed yet, but the brick stairs and the brick half slabs have. Very cool. Let's see the gravel. That would be really interesting to see the gravel in this mode too. Make it look a lot more like actual rock. That'd be nice and neat. The only thing that's changed in this one is the sandstone. And it looks like the connected texture, it flows very well. A lot of the 3D elements I've seen like weird little glitches in it whenever they're combined with one another, but these look really well done. Is it? Okay, it's like that when I place anything. Okay. Yeah, like I said, it's a little bit laggy, but it's not too terrible. This is perhaps one of my favorite elements is the plant life. First of all, one of the first texture packs where the saplings look more like saplings than they do just trees, which makes me happy. But I really like the 3D element to the crops and to the plant life and whatnot, so that's really neat looking to me. But oak, dark spruce, birch, jungle, acacia, and dark oak. I would like to see these same concept added to them, but instead of just having them be the same design with all the different colors, maybe make them slightly different to one another. It doesn't have to look like the trees, but definitely slightly different. And of course, here's the. It looks like the wood planks are what is finished on here. Let's go ahead and take a look at what that looks like from a combined point of view. That's actually pretty neat looking. It kind of sticks out like hardwood floor. It's a little bit too thick of like the gap in between the 3D, but you know, I'm just sort of nitpicking here. Let's see. Doesn't look like the nether brick or the nether rack is finished. The pillar block, however, is done. Oh, it sticks up right there as well, and it flows perfectly as when it goes up as a column. That's really nice and neat. I really like that. How about the underside? Is that poked out too? Nice. Looks really cool. Okay, we're moving on. None of this. Oh, the hay bale is, however, different. Bunches of hay are kind of sticking out, like the band's kind of gripping at it, so that's pretty neat. Looks like the wooden stairs and the wooden slabs have also been altered. Ooh, we have ores that have been changed. Okay, this is neat. So here we are at the ore wall. The ores have not only been slightly altered from their default looking state, but the actual ores themselves are like the little pieces of iron are sticking out, and the redstone and the lapis. Here's the gold and the diamond and the emerald. This is really neat. This actually makes me like the emerald block a lot more. It looks really cool looking like this. Like just the ore blocks in general look so cool. Like with the particles sticking out of them. I really like it. And the diamonds. Also, it looks like the color saturation is just a little brighter. And I like the shimmer that it's got on there. Here we are at the bed. It looks like the blanket looks like it's folded over, which is really neat. The glass isn't any different, so let's go ahead and move on. What about the fences? Yes, the fences have been altered. The fence gates, however, have not. And we already saw those haven't. Alright, so let's move on to the next room. Alright, here we are into the next room to take a look at some more 3D stuff. It doesn't appear as the carpet's been done, whether it will be finished or not. Like I said, this is a default texture pack with 3D elements added to it. So I feel like not everything is going to be put in 3D. Carpet really wouldn't make sense unless they did something neat, like put some buttons on it or something. That would actually be pretty cool. But then again, it wouldn't be the default textures then if you added extra stuff. So I won't imagine that any of the clay stuff will be finished. I doubt the banners will be changed. TARDIS. It appears that the chests are, the chests already have the 3D element, but take a look at the ladder. The ladder looks really nice. I really like that ladder. Definitely looks like a normal ladder, if you ask me. It just looks really cool to me. The bars and the cobwebs are not finished. Ooh, the crafting bench, however, is. If we pop it out right here, I really like that. It's got like a little cloth hanging over the edge, and then you got the inserts, and then all the tools on the outside are hanging out. Really neat. Then, of course, the flower pot looks really nice in 3D, and we put a 3D tulip in there. Boom. It's a beautiful thing. Alright, we take a look at the grill. Look, you got little pieces of coal in there. It's like hollow. It makes it look like an actual like hollow furnace. So let's go ahead and we'll put a piece of food in there, and look at that, it's nice and hollow. Fire's burning. I kind of wish that it looked more like there was a fire in there when it was on. Just add a fire texture in there, like, and that would be just ideal. And maybe even add a, I would say add a piece of food in there, but that would kind of defeat the purpose of, you know, the 3D, or when you're smelting iron, it wouldn't make sense to have like a piece of chicken roasting in there. Let's see. Oh, it looks like the jukebox and the note block have all been changed. The note block and the jukebox. Very cool. The hoppers and dispensers are the same. Ooh, the doors have been... If you look at the doors, it's got a 3D element to every single one of them. Oak doors. Iron doors. Oh, wow. Spruce. Birch. I really like the birch ones in this texture pack. Acacia. No, I'm sorry, jungle. Acacia. And dark oak. Looks like a legit doors. And then, of course, the trap doors also have their 3D elements as well. The bookshelves, are they 3D? Yes, the books are 3D. That's so cool. And even the enchantment table is 3D. How about the weapons here? Okay, cool. We do have some alternative weapons. So we're going to go ahead, and this is the moment where we take a look at that. So, boom, 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 boom. Alright, so here's your wooden sword. And your stone sword. Your iron sword. Your golden sword. Your diamond sword. Oh, it's kind of like a see-through thing. And your enchanted sword. And then, of course, it doesn't appear... It's actually kind of sad. The bow and arrow hasn't been 3D'd up. Although, I guess it's kind of 3D already when you're holding it. But then again, so are the other swords, so I guess they could have changed it. But it doesn't appear that those are finished, which is fine. Like I said, it's an 80% complete texture pack, but I just had to show you guys. Alright, so let's move on. And we're going to take a look at a lot of the bushes are finished. Like the mushrooms, I really enjoy those mushrooms. They're done very well. And then of flowers, I love the 3D flowers, and it's kind of cool that they can be planted on top of blocks that have just random twigs and stuff on them. I think that's really neat. I mean, obviously it's just a grass block, and each one of them is randomized, but, you know, all the 3D flowers look really neat. And I'm assuming they look... I mean, they look like their default counterparts, but they're 3D instead. It doesn't look like all the double tall stuff has been changed. Here's the cactus. I'm not too sure I like that. I mean, I guess you can't really do like an actual point, but it would be neat if you could. And I always love 3D sugarcane. I just always thought that it looked really neat. And then, of course, we have your tilled area over here with your planted wheat crops and your carrots and your potatoes. Very nice. Stalks haven't been changed. Nothing over here is 3D. These are pretty much already 3D, not much to change there. Ooh, the pressure plate, the stone pressure plate is really neat looking. I did not see that coming. That is actually really cool. It's designed to look like cobblestone. So like if we got cobblestone here, you got a piece of cobblestone. Oop, that's the wrong one. And we put it down, and then we put the 3D thing down. You can't even barely, like, it's a slightly different color. Like, it's got different shades to it. But you can't actually tell that there's a pressure plate on there. I actually really like that a lot. That is really neat looking. Or that's just a really neat idea in general. Anyway, and of course the wooden ones are designed to work exactly the same. So that's really cool. The buttons haven't been changed. The hoppers are already really 3D. There's not much you can change there. These haven't been altered at all. However, the lever is. I really like the lever. You know, I just realized we didn't look at it. So a couple of things. over there, so it doesn't appear like any mobs have changed. So let's actually head on back over here, because I didn't take a look at these two. The sea lantern, 3D, and of course the redstone lamp. I really like that. Alright, let's move on. Okay, so I don't think we're going to be looking at too much in here. What is this? A stick. Alright, that's okay. I mean, that's legit. We'll see how some of the things have changed. There's not a lot of them. Ooh, the enchantment bottles look really cool. And then, of course, this one's not changed yet. The one that actually matters. But let's go ahead and take a look at the splash potion. Wow. I really like that a lot. That's actually really cool looking. Golden carrots have changed. It kind of looks like a fish hook, sort of. Yeah, a lot of the time that we usually take in this is going to be given to just like... Well, it looks like an actual glass bottle. I really like the glass bottles. Those are so neat. None of that's been altered. Alright, so we're going to take a look at the tools now. The shovel. The pickaxe. The axe, and of course the hoe. Very nice. I really like the 3D element to all of those. Anything here? I was kind of hoping the buckets would have been changed. It would have been neat. None of the mob eggs, nothing like this. It doesn't appear like any of the armor has been altered. And other than, let's see, we looked at the carrot. The potatoes are different. The baked potato is different, and the poison potato is different. Very nice, very nice. Alright. Let's head on down here. Tripwire is already 3D, so there wasn't much to change. The cake's not different, and that's not different. The rails, however, are different. Very 3D. Let's go ahead and flick them. I really like the levers, although they kind of look like matchsticks. Alright, and... Game mode S, just in game mode S. Alright, nothing has been changed there, so let's go back to game mode C. Alright. So nothing here has been altered. Still what it looks like to be on fire, and none of the paintings have changed. So let's head on to the tree room, see if there's any difference there. Alright, here we are in the tree room, and it doesn't appear that anything has changed in here. So we're going to come from the tree room and head straight into take a look at the beacons. We're not going to bother looking at the rain or the sun or the moon because those haven't been changed, but we were going to take a look at the beacon block, which has been changed. Holy moly, that is absolutely amazing. You can see the nether star inside of it. Oh, wow. I really like it. I really, really, really do. This is really cool. Wow, that's really neat. Alright, let's do a fly through. That was bad. Let's try that again. Neat. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at some mobs. We're just going to actually just head straight on into these mobs because I don't think any of them have been finished. We're going to look at all the peaceful mobs, just sort of do a quick run through of what we have out here. A lot of ink sacks on the ground, a lot of dead things. Oh, this is sad. The mushrooms on top of the mushrooms have been altered, so that's kind of cool. And kind of creepy. But other than that, nothing else has really been altered here. We know none of the nether items have been changed, so I think for the first time, we're not going to head on to the nether. We're not going to head on to the end, because the end stone hasn't been changed. We know none of the mobs are finished. So I think that is going to be the end of this texture pack, you guys. I guess we'll take a look at your the nether portal here. I mean, not much of a difference other than you have this 3D-ness. I'm getting some really bad lag spikes. Oh, wait, you know, we don't have the 3D-ness because of the... That's right, it's not done. Alright, well, I'm getting horrible lag spikes. I'm actually, when I fly, I'm at like 30 FPS, which is... Or at least back there. Okay, I'm good now. It was probably all the entities. But alright, well, that was the default 3D texture pack. First time we're ending it in this world. It's kind of weird. But I like it. So, yeah, guys, this has been Resource Pack Reviews. Oh, you know what? I'm about to end this video without giving a rating, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give this texture pack. I went in knowing it was 80% finished, and honestly, there were a few things I didn't like just because like it just sort of looked weird. Like some of the default textures just looked kind of weird in 3D, but I think that's just because I'm so used to default. So I'm actually not going to penalize them for some of the weird poking out things that just sort of struck me as odd, just because like the wooden planks and such, just because literally all they did was take default and made it 3D looking, so I can't really fault them for that, for the way default works. You know, honestly, since it's not 100% complete, I do not feel justified giving it a 10, just because, you know, it's not a... 10s are reserved for 100% completely finished texture packs. But at least it wasn't false advertised, so you still get top marks for that, so you're definitely in the top percentage. We're going to go ahead and give this texture pack a rating of a 9. A solid, good, fun little 9. I think that's a great rating. Once it's finished, I think it'll be all the better. But yeah, that's it, you guys. If there's a texture pack you guys want me to review, go ahead and leave a comment down below in the description to let me know what it's called. I will look it up and have a look and see if it's good or not good. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Please, if you liked this video, click that like button down below. It really helps me out and makes me happy. And also, if you really liked it, go ahead and click the subscribe button as well. I have plenty of content for pretty much every day of the week. So yeah, that is it, guys. This has been Texture Pack Reviews. I have been SnakeMCGaming, and I will see you all next time. Peace out.